Welcome to Kenyan Politics. It's another fine day as I bring you the latest on Kenyan politics. Is Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua a one-term Deputy President? Deputy President has every reason to be worried following directives by President William Ruto on affirmative action. Ruto says that in the future, if the party's presidential candidate is a man, the running mate must be a woman. That is United Democratic Alliance affirmative action. That is one of the news that I am bringing you today, mtazamaji. On another news is that, mtazamaji, I want to bring you the latest on Raila Odinga's African Union Chairmanship bid. Ruto has said that East Africa has settled on Raila Amolo Odinga for African Union job. This is the latest on what's happening on Raila Odinga's AU bid. Another reason, mtazamaji, another news is that is the Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto handshake. The rekindling bromance between former Premier Raila Amolo Odinga and His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, is also another issue of concern in the Kenyan politics right now, mtazamaji. Now, mtazamaji, these among other news are the reasons why I am bringing you the news that many Kenyans have raised speculations online, and they're asking, is Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua a one-term Deputy President? This has come after the President made utterances the other day that in the United Democratic Alliance, if the party's presidential candidate is a man, then the running mate must be a woman, mtazamaji. This is one of the reasons why many people are asking, is the relationship between Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and the President William Samoei Ruto irretrievably broken? Is there something that is happening that the public doesn't know, mtazamaji? This is the news that I am bringing you. Kindly subscribe, comment, turn on notification bell, and like also, mtazamaji, to receive the news as they come in. So, mtazamaji, the other day the president said that nitaongea na rigathi. So that was President Ruto who hinted at picking a woman deputy president in the 2027. Does it mean that Rigathi Gachagua will be axed out of the 2027 general election? What will happen? This is what the president said at a meeting held at when the president was speaking to a women conference that happened where the women governors were holding a governance and women empowerment forum, the G7 caucus, where President William Ruto hinted that empowering women means that women were selected in the most critical decision-making positions in the country, mtazamaji. Now, this one has raised doubts among Kenyans, as Kenyans are asking, is Deputy President William Samoei Ruto going to be out? Is Ruto going to kick him out? President William Ruto said that we will make deliberations with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua that going forward in our party, that is United Democratic Alliance, if a man is the presidential candidate, then a woman becomes the deputy, and we must take it down to governors. We want to balance so that we all move together. This is a move to solve the fundamental underlying question of the gender parity in the Kenyan politics, mtazamaji. Listen to what Rigathi Gachagua has to say to reply to Ruto's remarks.
William Samoei Ruto. Na hii maneno ya two-third gender rule, mwenye ambaye atatimiza na atahakikisha imefanyika ni huyu kiongozi wetu. Aliketi chini kwa meza yake, akachukua kalamu na karatasi, akaandika maoni yake vile anafikiria inaweza fanyika, akatuma kwa bunge. Na ndio unaona serikali yake mawaziri ni 10. Na hao mawaziri wote ambaye ni wamama wanafanya kazi kwa njia nzuri sana. Na kwa hivyo wakina mama watapewa nafasi kwa uongozi. Na vile rais ulisema jana, ni kweli tumeongea na tutaendelea kuongea vile hawa wakina mama huko mbele watashirikishwa katika serikali kuu wakiwa na nyadhifa ambaye iko na uzito. Kwa sababu hawa wakina mama wamejionyesha ya kwamba wako na umaarufu na wanaweza kupewa nafasi ya kuongoza. Sio tumekubaliana? Na lakini wengine unajua haku wanaelewa. Rais alisema ataniongelesha, tuwapange pale mbele tukimaliza mambo yetu. Sasa wengine walikuwa nafikiria ni saa hii. So lazima sasa mngoja kwanza nimsaidie rais kwa kipindi chake. Ikifika kutamatisha hapo, rais mwenyewe atatuongoza, atatuonesha vile tutapanga hawa mama na vile mambo yao itakuwa sawa sawa. Katibu mkwenda. Niko mkwenda. Kwa hivyo sisi rais tunashukuru wewe, you are the women defender #1 and I bear testimony because tumeketi wakati mwingi tukipanga kazi, unauliza wakina mama wako wapi? Tuketeua mabasenda unasema mama wako wapi?
So the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has responded to President William Ruto's remarks suggesting that any male presidential candidate should in future consider having a woman as his deputy. Ruto made the utterances on Thursday during the launch of the Women Governors Caucus G7 strategy in Nairobi, highlighting that he had discussed the idea with Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, who he said embraced it. The president's comments have however ignited discussions regarding the future of Gachagua, with men speculating that Ruto might be contemplating a shift towards female deputy president in the 2027 general election polls. Gachagua insists that President William Ruto has no plans to drop him in 2027. The DP spoke in Embu on International Women's Day a day after President Ruto suggested that his United Democratic Alliance party, which he is party leader, will consider nominating a woman candidate for the presidential running mate slot in future elections or vice versa. The statement was interpreted by analysts to suggest President Ruto could pick a woman deputy president at Rigathi Gachagua's expense ahead of the 2027 general election polls. Mtazamaji, this is what is happening. And Gachagua has said that some of you did not understand the president when he talked about consulting me on how to incorporate women for the president or the deputy president positions. They thought he, the president, was referring to 2027. You will have to wait for me to finish helping out the president to complete his term so that we can now include women in that plan. Earlier, President Ruto, who failed to keep his promise in appointing women to half of his cabinet, had stressed that his government will lead from the front in empowering women. This is a promise he broke. The head of state made the comments during the launch of the G7 strategy meeting for the Council of Governors COG Women Governors Caucus in Nairobi on March 7. The meeting sought to empower women in occupying more political positions in line with the Kenyan law. We must, as a party, lead from the front in the empowering women. That is what President Ruto said, which is why Cecil Mbarire is our UDA party leader. It is not by default. We must make it in the rules that we will reach at some point with the Rigathi Gachagua Rigiji and agree that going forward, if a man is a candidate for president in the party UDA, that is, then a woman will be his deputy. The running mate must be a woman and vice versa. Gachagua has had a battle in his hands to win and retain the deputy president's job in the run-up to the 2022 presidential elections. Gachagua, the former Madira lawmaker, had to wrestle the DP role from close competitors including Kithure Kindiki, Anne Waiguru, Musalia Mudavadi and Justin Muturi. And in recent times, Gachagua has had to live with suggestions that the like of Mudavadi, Kiharu lawmaker and Didi Nyoro and as his replacement ahead of the 2027 general election polls, then the Kenya has never had a woman president or deputy, with critics arguing that the country is lagging behind her neighbors in the East African community on the women empowerment front. Tanzania currently has Samia Suluhu, a woman, as president, while Uganda has Jessica Lupo and Robina Nabanja, both women, as vice president and the prime minister respectively, unlike Kenya, which does not have or has never had a vice president or prime minister who is a woman. Mtazamaji, the president dropping Rigathi Gachagua for a woman DP is like either of the couple saying no on the wedding vows. President Ruto needs Rigiji more than he needs the government. You remove Rigathi from the equation, then there is no UDA or KK government. This is a statement made by the close allies of the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and members from his community who have received the William Ruto remarks with this critics, they have said the following concerning that issue. Mtazamaji, could the relationship between Gachagua and President William Ruto broken? Why would Ruto try to make that move now at this moment? Is Ruto contemplating a breakup with his brother or his running mate Rigathi Gachagua? Why would he want to shift and make these deliberations at this time of the period of the season? This comes immediately after the former premier Raila Odinga showed interest for the AU job. Mtazamaji, Ruto has said that East Africa has settled on Raila Amolo Odinga for AU job. This comes weeks after the two have been in battles, supremacy battles in the Kenyan government, with the opposition pressuring the government to lower the cost of living and also to cater for the needs of the Kenyans. Now, concerning this, mtazamaji, the former premier Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto were spotted last week. The picture that has spotted that has brought attention online and also has been the topic of the day, that Raila Odinga and William Ruto might be rekindling the bromance they had earlier before they parted ways. The two who were friends, then they became bitter rivals, and they're also considering a move. They have made a deal or a handshake to work together. President William Samoei Ruto, who has endorsed the Raila Amolo Odinga for the African Union chairmanship role, was seen with Raila Amolo Odinga and with the Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni at Yoweri Museveni's ranch, where they had a chat and they talked many things, including the fuel subsidies and the fuel market in the Eastern Africa. They also discussed Raila Odinga's AU bid, and they also talked many things concerning Eastern Africa. Now, these two, the friendship between Raila Odinga and William Samoei Ruto could be the reason. Critics and analysts have said that this could be the reason why President William Ruto is making moves at his deputy. Could this be the reason? Could Ruto have found a better friendship in Raila Odinga than he has in Rigathi Gachagua? Could Ruto be considering to work with Raila Amolo Odinga? Mtazamaji, that is what many Kenyans are asking. The two who were bitter rivals, then they are seen now to be close friends and close allies. They have been going on trips together. Mtazamaji, this one was spotted in Egypt, where they met for a climate change meeting that was held in Cairo, Egypt. Mtazamaji, Ruto and Raila have been close nowadays, and then you remember the remarks made by Rigathi Gachagua that he will make anything to stop Ruto from making a deal with Raila Odinga. And you've seen recently that Raila Odinga and Ruto, they have the NADICO report which they received yesterday at State House. This has seen Ruto appointing the close allies of Raila Amolo Odinga to state jobs and ambassadorial jobs. This, mtazamaji, could it be the reason why Rigathi Gachagua is fuming or is at odds with the President William Samoei Ruto? And could this be the reason why President William Ruto has decided to hint at the future of the party and the decisions of the party to include women running mates as in the next polls? Mtazamaji, could this be the reason? These and other reasons are what Kenyans are speculating and asking what could be happening. And mtazamaji, what are the hurdles and the risks that Raila Odinga is facing in his African Union job bid? Raila Odinga, who is shown interest and is working to win this seat, mtazamaji, is facing hurdles. Some of the hurdles he's facing is that Kenya and Rwanda could be exempted from filing a candidate for that position, considering that Kenya and Rwanda had previously, these two countries have previously held a position in the vice chairperson of the community and the chairperson of the community. The thing is that those who have held those positions before cannot be allowed to file for candidates. Now, this will leave the position to countries like Tanzania, Uganda, and other Eastern African communities like Somalia, which has also submitted or endorsed a candidate. Mtazamaji, this video was yesterday's video where you see the Azimio and Kenya Kwanza committee members, the NADCO committee members, were presenting the NADCO report to the president after they had reported that bid to His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. Mtazamaji, the handshake between Raila Odinga and Uhuru and William Samoei Ruto has seen a shift in the Kenyan politics and the landscape of the politics. Mtazamaji, what do you think will be going on? What will be happening? Engage with me in the comment section. Talk to me and tell me in the comment section, what do you think will the Kenyan politics be like in the coming future?